Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Farah. So today I'm going to Today I'm going to do a things I wish I knew before I started uni video. If you follow me on here or on Instagram, you'll know that I graduated from uni this summer, basically a couple of months ago, and it's already come around so fast that people are starting to get ready to go to uni. Some people are starting uni fresh this year, going into first year, and others are going back to uni. So I thought this would be a really good time to kind of sit down and talk about kind of slightly my experience on uni, but twist it into more of an advice video, in the sense that just give you guys some tips on what I learned from my experience at uni and things that I wish I had known already, so hopefully you all know them before you start. So yeah, if you like videos like this, give this one a thumbs up and let me know. Subscribe to this channel down below for more videos like this, and with all that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I learned, or the first thing I wish I knew about uni, is that you don't have to stick with the same friends or group of people that you see. Now I know that sounds quite odd, but when you're in it, trust me, it's just so like overwhelming, the whole experience. And when you're there and when you find that first group of people that you like feel like you click with and you get on with, and it's like a nice group of people, you automatically feel like you have to stick in that group, and like that is the group you're gonna stay with. Things move so fast. You start looking at housing like a month into uni of where you're gonna live the next year. Everyone is meeting everyone, and you have your own halls of residence, but everyone's also like meeting people in their own halls, and everyone's making friends so quickly, and you feel like the first people that you make friends with are like gonna be your only friends, and you have to hold on to them, kind of thing, like kind of like a security blanket almost. Yes, everybody at uni is really nice generally, but just be open to meeting different people and finding the true real friends for you, and the people that you truly gel with, not just people that you'll kind of meet first and feel like you owe yourself to stick with those people, if that makes sense. That is a big lesson that I learned, and I saw a lot of people who I was friends with that didn't take that route and instead went and explored and made friends with lots of different groups of people and made lots of different friends. And I did that too, to an extent, but I was very hell-bent on being with the same group of people. I'm very loyal to the people that I'm friends with, so I didn't really feel the need to go out and mingle with other people or make any effort with anyone else once I made those friends. And really, that was a really silly decision to make, and I should have made effort with everyone that I met, because you don't know what's going to happen later down the line, and you don't know if you would potentially meet other people that you have more in common with, or you're more similar to, or are effectively better friends. So yeah, just be very open, like no matter what stage you meet people in, just be very open with becoming friends with them and getting to know them, because just because you don't meet someone at the first instance, that doesn't mean that you can't be really great friends. Also, the next thing I want to like kind of point out is not something that I necessarily needed to know before I started uni, but it's a good thing to kind of be aware of, and the fact that uni is pretty much the ultimate test of your character. And I'm talking like just the fact that, well, you're officially on your own, you're making your own decisions, you don't have parents to go home to ask permission to go out, ask permission to do certain things, to bug you to do your homework. Uni is the ultimate test of you and who you are as a person, how motivated you are, and what you choose to focus on, and it really kind of makes or breaks you at uni. So yeah, it kind of basically tests you, and kind of you get to really see the real you, to be honest. Both the people around you do, but you also get to find out a lot more about yourself and like what values you truly have above all else. Like whether you, it's funny because once you're in it, you really realize the things that you personally prioritize, because you're not being told to do anything anymore. You're not being pushed by parents. You're influenced by people around you for sure, but ultimately every decision you make is your own. So it is your choice to be influenced by the people around you. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you choose to do that, then that is either to your detriment or not, but it just depends on the circumstance, I guess. So yeah, uni is definitely the ultimate test of character, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the next thing that I want to point out. I really wish I kind of knew the extent of drinking culture at uni. Drinking culture is alive and it's kicking, and I think this is no matter what uni you go to. I'm only in the UK, so I can only speak for UK, but I'm pretty much uni across the board. Drinking culture is real and it's difficult if you're not someone that drinks. And I'm going to be real with you, if you aren't someone that drinks, it can be really tough. Really tough to kind of socialise with people sometimes, because all people talk about is drinking, all people want to do is drink, all people want to think about is drinking. And it's so difficult to kind of overcome that barrier when you're just not interested in that at all. You don't want to talk about the different types of alcohol, you don't want to talk about what drinks people are going to get on a night out, you don't want to talk about nights out full stop, but that is kind of what people get wrapped up into quite quickly at uni. They feel like that is what uni is about, and again, that kind of ties into the whole uni kind of testing your character situation, because I know a lot of people that went to uni, they didn't drink or they didn't do certain things and they started to do them at uni because they felt pressured into it, or not just that, but they felt like they had to do that to make friends or fit in with the crowd. And I for one can say I never did anything like that. I never got pressured into anything, never did anything I didn't want to do, but a lot of people do that. So I just want to kind of make you aware that that obviously is an option. Like if you want to get involved with certain things, then that is your choice, but make sure you have no one to blame at the end of the day. Your choices are your own, and when you're at university you don't have that parent figure anymore. It's gone. It's you, yourself, and just you to kind of deal with the consequences of your own decisions. So you need to make your decisions wisely, really. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, don't feel pressured to do things you don't want to do, because if you are feeling like that, then you're not really with the right group of people. And there are so many people at uni, so don't ever feel like I said before that you have to stick with that one group. If you're starting to feel pressurized, feeling like you don't fit in because you don't do certain things, or feeling just the odd one out for certain reasons, then you're obviously not with the right group of people, and there's definitely a group out there that you could associate yourself with instead. And I really didn't see it like that at the time, because when you're in it, it's a very different story. So in hindsight, this is why I'm doing this video, to kind of let you know that if you do find yourself in these situations, then this is what you should do about it. You should recognise that there are other people out there that are going to match your interests, are going to be similar to you, rather than trying to mould yourself into a group that isn't really similar to you, doesn't have the similar interests that you have. And ultimately you'll be a lot happier if you just kind of recognise how big university is, how vast, and how many opportunities it gives you, both academically but socially and every other way as well. So don't go to uni and be sad about the people you're around, or feeling like you don't fit in, you're not comfortable there, because there is a kind of ways to get around that. I guess you'll see, if you've been there, you know it. If you haven't, this video will hopefully guide you in the right direction and make you kind of just think about things before it happens, so that you don't get in those situations and think, oh, what do I do? Or make decisions and then realise later that you didn't make the right ones. Another thing that I wish I knew is that uni is literally nothing like school. And when I say that, I genuinely mean there is no such thing as a popular group at all. No such thing as the popular group within your year, within the uni at all. It just does not work like that. There's no hierarchy between people. There's no... all there is just different groups of friends. There's no levels, there's nothing like that. Unless you're in societies, things get a bit cliquey sometimes depending on the people involved, but in a general sense at university, there is no such thing as these groups that we tend to have in high school and in school in general, and even college sometimes. If you're feeling intimidated by the fact that if you had bad experiences at school with these cliquey groups, or just the popular people or things like that, a uni is about to change on a whole new level, because everyone's on the same page and everyone's studying very different things. Everyone is so diverse, there's so many different people that you will meet. It's not possible for there to be a popular group because there's just too many people, and too many different types of people as well. So you'll definitely not experience that, and it's just on a whole other level. Like, I can't even tell you, but I'm just wanting to point that out, because if you have fear of just intimidation of people like that used to be in popular groups at school, it all gets turned on its head at uni. So I wouldn't even like bother fretting. And also, people can tend to be really judgmental at school. Like, news travels so fast, and there's just like a not very nice culture when it comes to like a school environment. But uni is like just the complete opposite. It's everyone's so open, and obviously depending on where you go, this is just my experience and what I've found, but it is very, very different to school in general, because no matter what uni you go to, this is in the UK, you'll meet people from all over the world. Literally, there won't be people just from the UK. Okay, so the next thing that I wish I knew was that your first year of uni, for most people actually at uni, your first year doesn't actually count. I know if you're like a medic student, then that's not the case, but in general, your first year at university doesn't count towards your overall grade. So use that wisely and use your first year as your year to experiment, just go crazy, like just let it all out your system, whatever you want to do. Let that be the year that you take on the most activities and like get involved as much as you can, because after your first year, it just gets harder and harder and harder. And first year is difficult as it is in its own right, because it's your first year, you're fully away from home. If you do leave home, you've got a lot more responsibility than you're used to. You're completely alone. You've got to kind of get along with all these new people that you don't really know. If you have gone to a uni where you don't know anyone, then it can be very, very challenging. But your first year is genuinely the year that you just need to kind of suck it up and make sure that you make the effort to go and find out as much as you can, to go and like explore your uni and the opportunities that you have there, and the societies and the activities that they have to offer. Because slowly, the more years that go on at uni, because generally uni courses are 3 years long, that is not a long time at all. So in your second and third year, final year is just a joke. Like, you don't really have any time at all for anything other than studying, really, depending on what course you're doing. But for me, studying law, that was very, very full on and very difficult for me to find time to do other things and do fun things and things that I would find more interesting, because my course kind of took over, and the pressure of being in final year. And this is kind of the same for second year, because second year is a big jump from first year anyway. Like, I feel like you're graded a lot more harshly, because they kind of throw you right in, like you're kind of at uni now and this is not school and you need to really kind of take it seriously. So first year, honestly, just make the most of that year. And I don't think, I mean, I kind of did and I didn't. I didn't make the most of first year in a lot of ways, but I did at the same time, because I did get myself involved in societies and I did get myself into a lot of like different activities and things. But I could have done more and I should have done more, and I just want to make sure that you're aware of that and keep that in your mind, because first year goes really fast. Every year of uni goes fast, but each year goes faster and faster. So make sure first year you really use it to the max, because it's the freest you're ever going to be. I'm going to put it that way. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to mention, and the last thing that I wish that I knew before I started uni, is that everything will work out how it's meant to. And I really want you to listen to that and really absorb that, because when you're going to uni, obviously you're spending a lot of money to be there, and everyone goes with the intention of getting the best grades that they possibly can. But things in life happen. Sometimes things don't work out, whether it works out really well for you, whether it doesn't. Whatever the outcome, it was meant for you, and you just don't want to waste the opportunity that you have at university. There are so many different things you can get involved with and do while you're there. It's not just about your academics, it's about building skills, life skills, skills focused around communicating with people, your social skills, obviously academically skills there, but career-wise, skills that you can use in a career that don't necessarily just come down to writing an exam. So don't stress about your grades so hard. I mean, I know I did that for sure, and it is only natural, but at the end of the day, no matter what the outcome is, it's the outcome for you. It was meant to be. Genuinely, I believe that 100%. So things happen and you can't always be in full control when it comes to grading and when it comes to certain situations in terms of academically. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just go with uni with an open mind. Obviously work your butt off because that's what you're there to do. You're paying the money for it, so you may as well try your best. Like, hard work does pay off. I'm not saying it doesn't, but just make sure whatever you do, you optimize every opportunity you get to the fullest, and also make sure that you keep in mind everything happens for a reason. So yeah, that is, I don't know how many things I wish I knew in total, but I really hope this video kind of helps you out if you're starting uni new this year, or if you're going back and there's kind of things that you want to change or any advice that you wanted. I hope this gave you a bit of insight on what my experience was like, but also some advice on how to deal with certain situations, and just let you know that you're not alone with whatever you're dealing with. There's always someone else out there who is feeling a similar way to you. So yeah, I hope this video helps. If it did, give it a thumbs up and let me know. Definitely subscribe to my channel down below for more videos like this. And with all that being said, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys!